FreeBSD reviews, tutorials and gaming.
Before we start, if this is your first time to the channel and you would like to learn more about FreeBSD and the journey to a better desktop and server, then please hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out. Right, we're just going to test out a script by Adriaan de Groot. I apologise for the pronunciation. And it's an Instant Workstation script for FreeBSD, which really takes there's not much hassle anyway, but takes the hassle out of installing a graphical desktop for your workstation. Whether or not there's any applications already installed depends on whether you pre-installed them, but as it is, I'm going to be testing them out on 4 freshly installed VirtualBox images. Each one will be dedicated to the particular desktop which you can choose to install. It's a standard 4GB RAM and 2-core VirtualBox machines. There'll be no previous installed applications, so you just really basically what you're going to get with the default desktop. And the first one we're going to do is KDE Plasma. And I previously downloaded the Instant Workstation using a console-based browser. You can put in a USB stick and load it off that if you wish. Whichever way you want to get it, make sure you got the Instant Workstation shell script. Go into root and just type, sh Instant Workstation. And that will bring up a cursors-based menu. And you can select either Plasma, GNOME, XFCE or Marta. You can add more if you wish. The script is pretty much open and amendable if you would. But we're just going to stick with the 4 choices given. So like we said, what I'm going to do is we're going to select KDE as the first one and then go down logically. And for each particular desktop, we're going to choose a new clean VirtualBox image which has been cloned. So there's nothing else there. So it's just a straight, fresh install. There's no Xorg installed. There's nothing. And we'll see how each one handles it. So you select KDE Plasma. And it installs SDDM Display Manager. There's 841 packages, which it would be really if you're installing KDE. And it should pull in everything you need to get going. And what we'll do, so I'm not going to let you sit here just wait for it all to go down, so we're going to fast forward. Oh, we'll skip. Even fast forward, it'd take a long time. So we'll skip to the end. And so. And as you can see, it's already configured dbus and SDDM and also the guest already. So really, what we just need to do is just reboot. And everything should be working as we need it. Fingers crossed. I'm going to show the reboot in full on this first one, and the rest, what we'll do is that we'll skip it because you don't really need. If you're going to be doing 4 reboots, it's going to take up a lot of time. So this first one we'll show, the next lot we'll just skip. Just the standard reboot for FreeBSD. And yes, it's kicking in automatically. That's this SDDM. And there we go. Very nice. I'm not used to login managers like this, but we'll see. I put the password in. And Plasma is selected at the bottom. That's password. And yep, it seems to be doing it. Nice and quick. And a very I don't use Plasma on a day-to-day basis, so I really don't know if this is the a themed version or the default. I think it's the default. We'll just wait for that loader to fill up. Yeah, looks good so far. Menus are quite reactive. For those who wish to know, there's some wallpapers installed. Update for virtual guest editions. Yeah, okie dokie. Right, we'll I'll go back down to the see if that's filled up now. Yep, there it is. Like I said, you just get the basics, the things that was already included with the Plasma packages. So you get your standard KDE applications. I'm not going to go through them all because you know what's in there. So it looks all prim and proper so far. And your system settings. Yeah. So yeah, it actually I might change the resolution. I prefer, when I'm showing something as a demonstration, I prefer to have a lower resolution because it comes out better in the video. But we're just going to change the resolution to see if I can get it down to what the monitor supports. I don't have a fancy monitor. I just have two 1280 by 1024. A couple of old HPs. And yeah, he did it. Very good. I'm quite impressed by that. That's actually quite painful. I'm going to say painful. It's actually quite painless. Yeah, very good. It did exactly what it said it would do. It installed a basic, quick workstation desktop. Very good. I mean, it's not difficult to do that anyway in FreeBSD, but if you don't got the time, or maybe you're unsure, or maybe you just want an example of which to copy, then this is perfect. Okay, now we're going to install GNOME. Well, exactly the same procedure, but we're going to go down to a clean VirtualBox image. So we're down to clone 1. It just resets everything back to a nice clean state, so there's no for this testing, this part, there's no contamination, as it were, from any KDE applications. Like I say, we'll just log in. Super user, and I always like to clear the screen. It's nice and clean. Again, we'll start the Instant Workstation script and go down to GNOME, of course, and SDDM. I think SDDM is going to be selected on all of these. Slightly fewer packages, 636, but it's going to take a long time to do it. So we'll skip again. There we go. Near the end. Right. And again, it's filled everything in for us as it did on the KDE. We reboot. And like the KDE one, everything should be taken care of. And all you do is just reboot into the new system. So we're rebooting. I must admit that GNOME is something which I really don't use. I much prefer the GNOME 2 series. GNOME 1 and GNOME 2, but GNOME 3 I can't get made around. Right, okay. GNOME Classic. I can tell you some of these probably won't work. I think it's like a Linux layout. Yeah, I can tell you GNOME Wayland won't work. But we'll try the classic one. GNOME on Xorg. Okay, well, we'll try... Yeah, US again. Passwords in, GNOME Classic set, so we'll try this one. Ah. Yeah, that's no good. Okay. We'll try an Xorg. This one should work. Has been the default setting anyway. And no. Alright. We seem to be having problems. We'll go down to standard norm. I'm going to try them all out and see if we get anything. Well, we get a little flash of text, but nothing. We'll try Wayland. And yeah, oh dear. Well, doesn't seem to be working. User session. Okay, we'll try this one. And yeah, I don't think much is happening. We'll leave it a few more seconds and then we'll see. Yeah, it's not going to do it. There's no disk activity going on. Well, it hasn't frozen up, it's just not appearing on screen. So, yeah, we'll consider that one a bust. Which is a shame, because the KDE one worked no problem at all. So we'll just get out of this. Hopefully. Let's close the VM down. Well, that's a shame. But, well, never mind. We've got two more. We've got XFCE, which we'll be doing now, followed by Marta. So here's XFCE. Again, we'll go down to a new clean VirtualBox image. Boot it up. It's a shame about the GNOME one. Well, I'm not gonna see if I can alter the script. I'm just gonna take the script as it was presented. I just think it makes it fair. Then I'll contact the developer and tell him about this. Right, okay, so we're on the third one now, which will be XFCE, I think. Yeah. So down this one, SDDDM. And 369 packages. So we're getting less and less packages, which you would expect really, and it's a smaller desktop. Again, we'll skip to the end so we don't have to wait. And there we go. Same as usual, same as the other two. Just a reboot. A lot of people don't like using VirtualBox, but in something like this where you can have like a test bench, clones, rather than having 4 physical PCs or just going through the hassle of swapping hard drives. And this one, at least you can standardize the test. So we'll reboot, see if this works. Hopefully it will. Right, we're going to SDDM. Oh, okay. Well, I've been on this particular thing before. Let's see if it works. The XFCE session. What else have we got? User session. Okay, we'll stick to the XFCE session. Password. And oh, right, okay, no, that's nice. Use default config. And there we go. It's nice bog standard. There's a nice standard XFCE desktop with the basic utilities and accessories. And there's about like we're still on 412, but that's okay. So right, yeah. And there's all your various knickknacks. I'm just going to change the Resolution again? Yeah, okay. Very good. So that's 50% so far. Well, no, actually, no. Well, 2/3 so far. My maths is terrible. So that's very good. Okay. Everything seems to be working. And we'll go on to the next one, which will be Marta. So we'll go down to the final one. No, I think Marta would make a fantastic workstation desktop. There's something more, I don't know, business or work orientated about it than the others. I know you'll all disagree, but that's what I think. I think it's from the fact that for a long time, I think Red Hat used GNOME 2. And so that particular look has been ingrained on my thought processes for a long time, I think. When I see a GNOME 2 inspired desktop, I think of a business. Right, so we'll log in. Very good. Clear it. And for the last time on this particular session, we'll sh Instant Workstation and go down to the bottom for Marta. And yes. There we go. 248, which I think is the smallest so far, I'm not sure. Which is not bad, really, considering it's thingy. But we'll skip again. Even at 248 packages, it will take a while. Right, there we go. And for the final time, as it says, we will reboot and log into the new environment, hopefully. So one success, one fail, one success. Bit. Right. Logging in. Okay. Right, what we listed at the top. Oh dear. It seems to be user session. That's kind of not a good sign, so I kind of think I know where it's going to go. We'll put the password in regardless. And yeah, it does exactly the same thing it did on GNOME when we went into the user session, in the sense it just hangs. So right, we have a 50% success rate on this. We've got KDE and XFCE which work flawlessly, but Marta and GNOME, yeah, they don't. So I'll contact the developer and see what he has to say. And here you go. I mean, it's not bad. I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it's something that perhaps might be worth thinking about integrating into the installer, maybe, or as an after-install option, or something that I'll just put into the ports tree, or as a package. I think it's a great attempt. I mean, you know, the developer even said himself it was is less than serious. Effort. It was something he did in his spare time and just put it together. But I think he's got great potential. I think he's done a good job. I'm not an expert on shell scripts at all. I mean, I really should learn more about them. But it does look fairly straightforward in its construction. I mean, it allows you to add to it and to take things away. So if you just want to dedicate it to one particular desktop, then fine. You could even include the option to install some of your favorite applications at the same time. But yeah, very good. I'll let him know that only the two of the options work and see what he has to do, or what he has to say. Anyway, and this was just a quick look at it, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit that like button. And to make sure you don't miss out, please consider subscribing, as this really helps me help you.